Thank you.
Yes, it should be here any second. One little tiny second. And make sure it's on here. It's live. Hi, Facebook people. We're here with Glenn J. Raymond. And Glenn said the intro for today is so stand up comedian Glenn Raymond reached out to me and said he wanted to chat with me today. So here we are. And you'll see Glenn Raymond over there in the other box opposite me. Hi.
I'm in the city right now.
Wow.
Um,
Welcome.
Basically,
Thank you for coming.
likewise, the whole purpose of this tonight, every single day, I see you interviewing comedians and you work very hard. And I just want to let you know, instead of you doing an interview tonight, I wanted it to be a big virtual hug and a thank you and let you know that each and every one of us appreciate you very much. And we appreciate your energy. We appreciate your hard work. And we genuinely love you as a person and also as a, part of the comedy brother sisterhood because we're all family. And trust me, we all eat a lot of shit doing the stuff that we do. And sometimes outsiders don't really know what we go through mentally and also, just in our day-to-day lives. So I just wanted to say, on behalf of every other comedian that you've ever had on your show that has done an interview with you, we genuinely appreciate the hard work that you put in. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn. How sweet are you to do that? To just think of me. That's so sweet. Making me
You
choke
inspire
up.
me.
I do.
No, you inspire me because it's like, you know, sometimes you comment about your age. You have more energy and you put more work in than a lot of the young kids.
Thank you.
So, like that's inspiration. Like in a year like 2020, in the beginning of the year, I got to meet online. I got to meet Steve Marshall. Steve's been nothing but like the guy's amazing. He really puts himself out there because he genuinely cares about the people. That's, that he's. I don't even want to say entertaining at this point. Like it's a family.
It's a family.
So it's like I met him and I learned a lot off of him. Just observing.
Exactly.
Like comedy doesn't have to be about being nasty or anything. Like at the end of the day, it's about making people laugh.
Yeah.
Even if, I might have a little more twisted point of view than other people, but no, but like meeting Steve, meeting Jeff Kreiner, meeting Cheryl Dobbins, like meeting all these people, meeting you, and it's like every single person there is somebody who really puts, like genuine effort and really like looks out for each other on a day-to-day basis, just says hi.
Yes.
So these are things that I think a lot of people take that for granted, especially in 2020.
Hi Cheryl, welcome to Comic Spot. It's a party.
No, but I think a lot of people really take that for granted. And it's like, the thing that gets me is like when you genuinely come from the heart on everything that you do.
Thank you so much. That means
like
so much.
You go out of your way, like you'll make a joke about yourself just to make other people laugh. And some people might not understand that, but I do. Like, you're not trying to hurt anybody else. You're just genuinely going out there trying to make people laugh. And like it shows in your face, it shows in your energy that you really care about people and we care about you. I just, I want to take a time out on your podcast. Thank you for your podcast. Thank you for giving each of us time to speak and be heard. Because sometimes comedians could be egomaniacs. So
Can we talk?
No, I'm just throwing it out there. Sometimes it's me. Yeah. But to me, I just felt like, like everything that's going on in 2020, I felt like instead of me, it's you. How about you?
Thank you so much. I've used my whole life to make fun of myself myself. I'd rather make fun of myself than make fun of an ant, you know? And I'm being challenged not to be so self-deprecating in a disempowering way. And it's really challenging, you know? Because like my whole life has been about, I'd rather throw myself under the bus than make fun of anybody, you know? So
Oh, it shows.
It
I mean, you
shows.
inspire me heavily. Like you show me that age is nothing but a number. You just go out there and every single day you're just plowing ahead. I'm like, this lady doesn't sleep. I'm sorry. Either you don't sleep or you're just doing pounds of blow. You're just going.
All right.
It's
Best off, Linda.
sleep.
I'm saying you got the good
Girl, I
stuff.
still love
Olivia.
Yeah.
Well, Linda is like an empath, and Linda has a lot of empathy, and her heart shows through. And you care more about other people than, you know, about getting your feelings hurt. But you're a good soul. You have a big heart. So you're like many of us who just put it out there, and you'd rather make fun of yourself and just kind of, you know, and it shows. And I love you. I think you're so funny. It's just, I adore you.
I love all of you, but there's one thing that sucks. Meeting you, Cheryl, meeting Linda, meeting Steve. It's like, you know, like before I could sit out there and just be like, hey, I want to see the world blow up. Let's see how everybody dies. Now it's like, fuck. I like these people. I don't want to see them die. Now, like, you're giving me empathy, and it's like, oh, this shit sucks. Like, I watched The Notebook last night, and I started tearing.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I'm sitting there, and I'm like, why don't I have a love like that?
Oh my gosh. You guys are so sweet to come on here and think about me today. Thank you so much.
Please don't cry, because if you cry, like, everybody's gonna be like, oh, dude, you made that lady cry. That's screwed up.
Right. Right.
It's good.
If anybody starts with you, I'll beat them up.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll write that down and hold on to that note.
But we love you. And is Steve on now, or is he not? I didn't even look.
Did he say tonight it's going to be 8:30 Eastern?
Oh, isn't tonight the show? Tonight's the show.
Yeah.
The Patreon
Go on the
show.
Patreon for $3.
That's right.
Join Steve Marshall, and you could get his show on Thursday at night at 8:30, Saturday night. Then
At 10 p.m.
the morning talk, the Monday morning thing, Talk Up America or something with Jeff Kreiner and Steve Marshall on Mondays.
Right.
And then when
Yes.
I get lubrication and I get home tonight and I have wet dreams, I have Steve Marshall in my dreams.
Yeah, tonight it's going to be a continuation of last week, I think.
Yeah.
We were talking about popularity, but I think he's going to focus on bullying, I think, because that was a topic that we thought was good for him to talk
Yes.
about. People being bullied, kids being bullied, and it's all relative. So
It is.
I think that'll be good.
I
that'll
think
be
so
good.
too.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
a lot of popular people who bully, or sometimes you get pressured to bully if you're popular.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got read the riot act today by some girl who I made a little remark earlier online, and the remark was, am I the only one that finds it funny that the people who died over in France, the name of the town was called Nice? And I point blank said, am I the only one who finds it a little disturbingly funny? And the lady's like, she read me the riot act. I'm going to hell. I was like, all right, been there. And she's like, I'm like, 2020, how much worse could it get? Like,
Right.
Seriously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
And then she told me she's going to cancel me.
She's going to cancel you. You're canceled.
Yeah. No, she said she's going to cancel me. So I went back to her. I was like, you're going to cancel me? With what? You smelly twat? I go, you cancel me, I'll cancel you.
You're the weakest link. What is this,
This-
a TV show? You're the weakest link.
You know what it is? Like, all right, you see how Linda is? Like,
Yes.
Linda, you have this look like there's a halo over your head. And it's like, you know, you're like a nice person.
Right.
I need to go to like rehab for niceness, because on the comedy side, it's like, I'm letting you know that I'm in New York. New York's alive. Yeah.
You can hear it.
No, but like,
Yeah.
you know,
Can't wait to come to New York.
I get excited, like, just like to think like you're making somebody cringe, and one of two things is going to happen. Like, either they're going to thank you for bringing them back, you know, pushing them over the edge and bringing them back.
Yeah. Well,
Or
I
maybe,
don't
you
know.
know, maybe they buy my other self-help book, Suicide, 205 different ways to commit it and not fail.
Aw.
I'm an optimist in a different way.
Yeah. You're different, all right.
I'm motivational.
I'm see, motivational right there. Like, the coronavirus has been taking the wrong people out.
We gotta
Unfortunately.
get this fixed. I
Unfortunately.
find it
100%.
funny. Speaking of nice France, I find it ironic that in tennis they call it the French Open,
Yeah.
because I've never met very many people from France that have been that open. When I went through touring around as a tourist, not as a comedian, when I went around as a tourist, nobody talked, nobody knew English, and then they call it the French Open. How
I
open
know.
are
I
they?
was in France when I was in college. I didn't find them that friendly. they
Thank
were
you.
they were kind of standoffish. And I was there as a student on a cooperative program for fashion. And I was like, boy, these people are bitchy. And being a New Yorker, we talk to everybody. So they were like, oh no, no. I'm like, okay. It was
Have you?
Right?
It was very pretty. Now, England is the opposite. Everybody talks to you in England. They're just so nice. I love English.
England is like Philadelphia. It's like Pennsylvania people.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's so funny.
Have you traveled a lot, Glenn?
Yeah. To me, like, my favorite place in the whole world is Boston.
Why is that?
Because, like, the people up there just don't give a fuck. Like, they tell you it. All right, like, New York used to be like that. But, you know, New York's changed lately. It's become very sanitized.
Yeah, a little bit.
You go up to Boston, they just, like, whatever. It's all about sports, you know, drinks, and, like, they don't care. Like,
No.
they just tell you how it is. And sometimes it could be crude. And, like, you know, some of the young kids who are out there right now, you put them up into Boston, they have a heart attack.
I like Boston. I like Massachusetts. I
On
like
the
it.
comedy scene
It's nice.
in Boston, you want to find out how you'll never come back onto stage again? They'll tell you something like 3 F-bombs. If you go over 3, they won't want you back there again.
Why?
Because in Boston, the F word just comes flying out all over the place. So,
Wow.
you know,
That's interesting.
no, but like up there, you get heckled. Like, you get heckled hard up there by people.
Yeah. Well, their fans are really hardcore. The
Yeah.
fans, you know, the Patriots and the Boston Red Sox fans, they're extreme. They really like
There's a lot. Yeah, a lot. They're really engaged. They have their heart and
Yeah,
soul
they
and
are.
everything.
So,
You know,
So-
New Yorkers get a bad rap, you know,
Yeah, we
for
do.
being unfriendly. And I've never met more kind, more friendly people in my life. More helpful.
Sure. Yeah.
I dropped a
well, I have a
14.
question.
Okay.
So, Linda, we
Yep.
heard you won an award for your podcast. Would you like to share that with everybody for a second, so this way we could know about your podcast and what you have coming
Okay.
up tomorrow?
So thank you, Glenn J. Raymond. So so my podcast is called Comic Spot. It's where the veteran vets out comedy veterans, and so I put in, and applied to be a podcast contestant in the Portland Comedy Festival, which is where I'm from, Portland, Oregon, not Portland, Maine.
Right.
And that it's being done by my home club, and they're the reason I started doing podcasting. They said, "You're so chatty and inquisitive. Why don't somebody else Elon wants in? So why don't you interview people up there?" That was like a year and a half ago. And so I started interviewing people, and then I moved down here and the pandemic hit. Hi, Eli. And then I just started interviewing comedians to check in and make sure they're okay. And so when I was so, it's hard to concentrate with the background noise.
She has music, what can she have? Because she has nothing to do and she doesn't want to
Hey, Eli, can you mute? I'm going to mute you for a second. Hold on. And so I went through this thing with applying at my home club, and I was in the comedy contest last year with the same contest people, Dante Brescialelli out of LA. And so I thought, I'll throw my name in the hat for a podcast, best podcast. It's okay, Eli, hold on. And sure enough, my podcast won for best podcast of the year for the Portland Comedy Festival in Oregon, where I'm from.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It meant so much to me.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
You.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
You put the work in.
Thank you. Yeah, I kind of went OCD on the interviews. Like I was doing up to 10 a day. And then like when I hit 500 interviews, I thought, what am I doing? I can slow it down a little now and just do better interviews.
How many interviews have you done?
536 now. I think it's time to slow down and just go for quality.
I mean, do whatever makes you feel happy, like everybody's going to give you advice. Everybody's going to tell you like what you should do or what you shouldn't do, but do what makes you happy. And guess what? The majority of people in this world aren't going to like what you do. The majority aren't. And most of them aren't going to like it just because they're miserable people. They need to lubricate their finger and shove it up their ass. But that's just who they are. Yes. But the people who do appreciate what you do, like it just makes you want to do it even more and more.
Yeah.
Like you're inspiring people. You do inspire people. Like you have this energy.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
I don't really want anybody to experience pain. That's what it is. And I think people can read that. Like if I could do anything in the world, it would be erase pain. If somebody says that they got in a car accident, I'll say, I'm sorry. And they'll go, well, it's not your fault. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry you got in a car accident. I wish that would never have happened. That's just
See, when I'm around you, it's like I have to be PG because like part of me is like, oh, they were in a car accident. So, are they hurt?
Hi, Eli. You can unmute now if there's no background noise going on, like crosstalk. Do you want to unmute yourself?
Hey guys.
Hi, Eli. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to Comic Spot in America.
Here he goes.
Tell people about yourself, where you live, what you do. People that watch might want to know who you are.
Well, I live in Brooklyn, New York right now. I'm originally from Romania, Transylvania. And I'm a vampire, yes.
You're a vampire. Awesome. That's great.
I do home improvements and that kind of stuff, painting, and majorly that's it.
Wonderful. Thanks for coming on. We're having a roast of Linda Marcus Smith today on Comics.
Oh
not
shit.
not a roast at all. I was just telling her, like, you know,
It's a good vibe.
she
good
really
positive-
works hard.
Positive roast.
Yeah.
Well, we could turn it around the other side. I remember the first time I met you, you were looking at me like I had 3 heads when I was speaking. Like, what's wrong with this guy?
It takes a minute to get on board with your slant.
Yes.
Yes.
Know what it is? It's just like everything that's going on in the world. Like everybody's terrified about Tuesday, right? I'm sitting there and I'm just like, well, we had riots for Black Lives Matter. Why not have one for the president?
Yeah.
You know,
Why
like
not?
take it to the next level. like-
Ramp it up.
Yeah, like ramp it up and like, you know, like go out there and really let loose. Like,
Yeah, don't hold back, you guys.
yeah, you know.
President
like,
lives matter.
What?
President lives matter.
Yeah.
oh please, that's the real life Dumb and Dumber. Like I'm not.
Oh my
I can't even get into it anymore. Like I look at them both, and as soon as I think of either one of them, I get exhausted.
I know.
Like I get really tired. I'm just like, oh my god.
That's how I feel. I'm just done with politics. I can't.
Dude.
It's like I want to say
remember
stuff on
when-
the political side, can't. Like I thought you were
It's there
drinking a
to say
bottle.
it, it's all been said.
No, you know.
At first, I thought she just pulled out a bottle of wine and stuff. I was like, yeah, pandemic.
It's actually vodka.
I like Transylvania vodka in Brooklyn.
Pellegrini.
I wrote a joke. I don't know if I said it on any of Steve's shows or not, but my joke about what's going on in the world is, man, I remember when Trump was a verb.
Oh, Trump was a
And we were just biding our time. Those were
Right.
simpler,
Here you go.
simpler times.
Yeah,
good old
Yeah.
time.
little did we know.
Little do we know, is right.
Jokes
Look.
on us. People.
If he gets voted back in, run for the hills. Because all the little
I know
kids are
it.
going to be out there with their little rocks and their
I
little
liked him when he
gasoline
was
cans.
on The Apprentice. You're fired. I liked him when he was on The Apprentice. He needs to
Yeah.
go back and do that.
You-
I love that.
You know what it
show.
is?
Yes,
The
absolutely.
people are so toxic right now, just in general. The pro-Trump and anti-Trump people are so toxic.
True.
Like, I went up and I told, like, they were fighting about COVID, and I was like, look, don't fight about it. It's not about Republican. It's not about Democrat. It's about us people. You know, like, just wear your mask.
That's right.
The sooner you all wear it now, we'll have a good spring. But if you want to keep pushing and pushing, the government's looking at us like, oh, you want to be babies? Okay. All right. Well, another 3 months, another 3 months, and they'll keep doing it.
Yeah. Yes. There's so many people having parties and not caring about the masks. And, you know, like if I walk past somebody who doesn't have their mask on, it's a good thing I have a mask on because I'm thinking these stupid sentiment, you know, and my mouth is probably moving in that direction. It's a good thing my mouth's covered up.
I just want to walk around Manhattan and just lick people. Just like walk up to random people.
I do miss hugging people. I gotta say that's the worst thing about the pandemic is being able to, you know, I went to a comedy show that was outside last night and I sat away from people and people would come up near me and I just wanted to hug them.
Okay. The other night, I came into one of the live streams that you had. And I was like, whoa, what? At first, I thought you either smoked a lot of weed or you drank very heavily. I was like, she drinks? Because I saw you with like detergents in your hand and you're moving all. I didn't know what you were doing yet. You're moving them around and then you're rubbing up against the wall. I'm like, this is kind of weird. Like she's rubbing against the wall with detergent in her hand. Like, what is this?
You know, before the pandemic, every day for like a year, I would do exercises at home and show people how to exercise for free at home. And I had so many people watching, and it was, you know, like people miss me doing my exercises. But I gotta say, it's not as much fun because now everybody's at home, everybody's doing crap on TikTok, and I'm not an anomaly anymore. And it's boring to me to do
Oh,
what
you're an
everybody.
anomaly right now. Right now, you're an anomaly. Are you ready?
Yes.
It's 7:27.
Okay.
We're gonna wrap this up by 7:30. And this is how we're gonna wrap it up. Linda, it's on you. Take us home.
Yeah.
Let the people know your message. Let them know what it is that you would like to see, like the energy you want to give out to everybody. Like I said, tonight's about you. It's not about us.
Right.
I'm so tired of, thank you, you guys. You're so sweet. God's there somewhere. My message is this: stop hurting each other. You know, life is too short. If this has taught us nothing, I just wish that it would teach people that you can say things and you can do things and you can disagree without causing more pain. There's enough pain and suffering in the world, and that I want people to know when they're around me, I want them to know that they're loved and accepted the way they are, even if they're, you know, even if they look like Elad here in this picture. You know, it's like I'm teasing Elad. I don't even know if you're there, but I mean, you tease and joke, but stop with the mean stuff.
I agree. I agree. Absolutely.
It's out of control.
I love that you notice that I love people because, you know, when I'm on stage, I'm just saying words, but behind that, the words, I want everybody to know that's around me that I love them. Whether I say it or act it, I want them to get the feeling that they are so loved. And that's my goal in comedies. I just want people to know that they are loved and accepted. And I know that sounds dumb, but that's the way
No, it
I
doesn't.
Oh, no.
Never say it sounds dumb. That's how you feel. That's not dumb.
It's
There's
a
only
beautiful
one you.
thing. It's a beautiful thing. Not more people should be like you. More people should have that, and not the other way. We had more people like Linda, maybe we'd be a more beautiful world.
Right?
You know,
I-
happier.
As a person who's doing comedy, like I look at you and like you sacrifice your time, you sacrifice your day to have, you know, comedians up here and speaking about what they're doing, plugging whatever they're doing and stuff, because you genuinely care about each of us. And it's like, I, I just wanted to let you know, like, there's people like myself out there who really do care about you too.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, I don't care if somebody has been on stage once or they're thinking about going on stage or somebody's done comedy 51 years. Everybody has a story. Everybody needs to be loved and heard. So that's the whole point of doing this is everybody gets treated equally. You know, like 51 years, never been on stage. Everybody has a story. Let's hear your story.
Well, speaking about that, I was going to give you 2 drink tickets and like the $25 we were going to pay you for doing your show tonight. You went over the time limit. It's 7:31. So can't give you the drink tickets and the $25 we're going to donate to a charity.
Okay, good. Maybe donate it to Elad so he can get some new makeup. That looks a little cakey. Thanks, you guys. I'll let you go and see you over at. Where do I get the link for tonight? I'm horrible at this link thing.
Everybody went really quiet.
I'll let you guys go.
No, we appreciate everything. Just, you know,
Thank
keep
you
doing
so
what you're
much.
doing. And when it comes to your jokes and everything else that you do, just keep being you. You know, you can listen to things, you can absorb things, whatever the case is, but just keep being you. Don't change you ever.
Thank you so much.
Be you, just stay you, and we love you. I love you.
Love you
You're
so
awesome.
much.
And
Love
You
you.
are.
I'm outside right now, but I promise the next time you and I actually talk up here, I'm gonna come in a thong, maybe a G-string. I don't know.
Oh no.
Liven up the mood.
Thank you so much, Glenn. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Elad.
Love you.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye. See you at
Bye.
Steve's tonight at 8:30.
Yes. 8:30.
8:30 Eastern, isn't it, tonight?
I have to finish eating.
I know, right?
8:30.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Bye.
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 Take care.
Love you.